Hello everybody and welcome. Today, can we continue what has been a fantastic start to our time here at Bolton, or will it all come crashing down around our ears? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 46 of To Be a Legend, FM 26 style. We started the series managing Radcliffe, and then having got them to the Football League, we were poached by Bolton to save them from relegation in League One. And this is our story. Hello, my name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games as usual for you. It's match days 25 and 26 in League One. We get to the halfway, well, beyond the halfway point of the season, and of course we are now traversing Christmas time in game, where we play a game just before New Year, and then we play a game on New Year's Day. And having done all of that, we will, of course, then be looking to do some business in the transfer window, which opens, of course, on the 1st of January, 29th of December in game. And we have, as I said, our first game of the episode at the Tough Sheet Stadium against Cambridge United. Then we are away on New Year's Day to Barnsley. We've played one game since you were last with us, a 1-0 win against Wigan and a 3-0 win against Rotherham in the last episode. We've then travelled to the One Call Stadium, Mansfield, and we played them and beat them 4-2. However, there is a little bit of a caveat with this one. Dalby scoring a hat-trick inside 36 minutes, got underway after 18, scored again after 21, made it 3-0 after 36. Early in the second half, Cogley made it, well, pretty much on the hour mark actually, made it 4-0, but they had a little bit of a change in formation, and Ezwata really sort of turned on the heat and scored 2 goals in 2 minutes to give us a little bit of a worry, but that's all they could do, and made it 4-2. We had 13 shots, 8 on target. They had 10 shots, 6 on target. Our XG was 2.25 against their 0.95 and 51% of the possession. There is one issue. As you will look down here, you'll see a yellow cross thingy, which is always a bit of a worry, against our goalkeeper, Brad Collins. And yes, he got an injury. He's fractured his hand. He's going to be out for 5 to 6 weeks. So we won't see him until somewhere around about February time. Hopefully he will come back sooner than later. We've sent him to a specialist, so hopefully that prevails well. In fact, can we check in the... if I can find where we are. Squad, medical centre, over... Oh, moved just at the wrong time there. Medical centre overview. Brad Collins, well, it says here 3 to 6 weeks, so he may well be back a little bit earlier than we hoped. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. But Brad Collins is going to miss today's 2 games. Hopefully you're not going to, because we're going to have a look at our first game of the episode. And Cambridge United, we've played them 3 times in this series so far. As yet, it's been draws all the way round. We've played them at the Tough Sheet Stadium, a 0-0 draw. I presume that was in last season. And then the Calidra Abbey Stadium, 0-0, again, last season. Earlier this season, we drew 1-1 with them at their place. Goals from Dalby and Katongo were the things. So we've never actually beaten them. It's been draws all the way round. Can we get our first result against them today? Well, here we are, the side that faces Cambridge United at the Tough Sheet Stadium, and obviously a change of personnel due to injuries and so on and so forth. Broom is in goal today. Taylor and Lockyer continue their defensive duo. Lewis comes in on the left for Scanlon to give him a rest, bearing in mind that we are playing 3 games in 7 days here in game. So Lewis comes in for Scanlon on the left. Dacry Cogley continues on the right. Simons comes in for Ehon in the middle, or as the defensive midfielder. Morley continues his role in central midfield, and then it's Warner on the left, McAtee on the right of the attack. Mather continues, well, not continues. He comes in as our number 10 today. I think he's. I'm trying to think who he's replaced. And Dolby continues to lead the attack up front, especially after he scored a hat-trick in the last game. He has now scored 11 times in his games so far this season. So why wouldn't we play him? The bench then looks like this. Hutchinson is our reserve goalkeeper. It's Friel, Johnson, Erhon, Gale coming back from injury. Hopefully he'll get some game time today. Scanlon and Swan. And here we are back at the Tough Sheep Stadium playing our usual formation. And Cambridge United come to visit. They are playing a 4-3-3 today, making one change from the side that drew 1-1 with Reading. They are draw experts, really. Currently 13th on 36 points, having played 26 games. And they get us underway. Playing in a yellowy blue top with, I'm not sure if it's black shorts. Taylor with a free kick. Just 2 minutes in. Plays it to Lewis. Back to Taylor. Simons puts that out wide to Warner, who played a great game last time. Slung into the middle. Simons. Dacre Cogley on his own. And it's in the back of the net. And it's Aaron Morley, the scorer. After just 3 minutes, we take a lead. Simon's bringing that ball down nicely. Cogley put it into the path of Morley, and Morley just put it away. And straight from the restart, always a worry. Do they get one back straight away? It's a draw specialist, Darcy. Oh no, it's gone wide. It's gone for a corner, I think. Highlights coming thick and fast. We're only into the 6th minute. Dacre Cogley with a throw in. A long one to McAtee. McAtee now crosses it in. And Sam Dolby continues his ecstatic form at the moment. Having put that away, his 9th goal in 10 games, I think it is. Mather back to McAtee. McAtee and puts that right into the path of Dolby, and Dolby says thank you very much. And it's 2-0 on 6 minutes. Jamal Lewis, and the highlights still come thick and fast. Not time to even draw breath. Lockyer, McAtee, Morley. McAtee goes out wide to Cogley. Morley back out to Cogley. Cogley inside, and the back of the net ripples again. And it's McAtee this time. And we're 3 up. And, well, this is the form that we are in. And they get us underway once again. It's always a bit of a worry. McConnell is out there, but Simons takes the ball off him. Ehon has been playing very well in that position, and Simons has come in today, and he's proving his worth at the moment. Lewis to Warner. Warner looking for a way through, didn't find it. Jamal Lewis back to Warner. Warner now round the man. It's headed away. Lewis, and it's in there again. And Sam Dolby gets his 2nd goal of the game. And boys and girls, we've not even got 10 minutes on the clock, and we're 4 up. This could be a cricket score. If this ends up being a draw, something's gone A, radically wrong, and B, it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Because as it stands at the minute, they don't really stand a chance. Well, we've had a little bit of a spell now. We're 21 minutes in, and all that. Oh, and a ball given away. Who was that? Was that Simons? I think it was. Or was it Lockyer? It might have been Lockyer, actually. I will check in a minute whether it was Lockyer or Simons. But yeah, big mistake there. I was just about to say, all our attacks been down the right-hand wing so far. Simons winning that. Simons picked up a yellow card, I noticed. Morley. Xavier Simons. Lockyer. Lockyer goes out wide to Cogley. Cogley back inside to Morley. Morley throws to McAtee. McAtee, who's in a rich vein of form today. Cogley. McAtee. McAtee pulls it back for Simons. Cogley cross it in. And Sam Dolby, I think he's got himself another hat-trick. I'm not sure. 5-0 and we're barely 25 minutes into the game. This is a potent attack. Dolby again chipped. He was hung up for him and he just... Defenders couldn't do anything. Goalkeepers all over the place. And it's 5-0. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this first half, things are quieting down a little bit. 3 minutes added on at the end of this game. Big worry, of course, is that Dolby... teams are going to come in for Dolby in the transfer window. We don't want to lose him if we can have it. We need to check, see what his contract says and so on and so forth. I'd be mindful of that. Morley in. Oh my goodness me. Sam Dolby's just scored his 4th goal and 7 goals in 2 games. Never mind how many goals he scored in however many games. He scored 7 goals in 2 games, boys and girls. And, well, it's 6-0 on 46 minutes. And we've still got a couple of minutes to play. And it's first half is all over. And I highly suspect Cambridge are just pleased that that is the case. I thought it was 6-0. Have I missed something here? That says 5-0. That's not caught yourself up, has it? It's 6-0 over here. Dolby with 4 of them. McAtee and Morley. I mean, 10 minutes in, we were 4 up. It's just... it's outstanding. Bearing in mind, we've got a couple of games in hand over most of the teams around us as well. And we're now mushing away at our goal difference. So to compete against is going to be difficult. Cambridge have had 51% of the possession in that first half. They've had 8 shots, 4 on target. We've had 8 shots, 7 on target. We've scored with 6 of them. 2.18 against their 0.81. They've not been bad, but it's just that we have been absolutely outstanding. And Dolby, the 4-goal man in the first half, they made some changes at half time. And I note they've reset to a flat back 3 to try and combat us. Morley, McAtee inside to Cogley. Cogley, McAtee! And it's 7-0 on 56 minutes, I think it is. McAtee, I think that's his 2nd of the game. Are we going to have a double hat-trick pair in this game? Cogley, Morley, and I mean the supporters here at the Tough Sheet Stadium are wondering what the heck has what the heck has hit them. Well, we enter the last 5 minutes of this match, and second half's been a lot quieter, and we've given a few players a bit of a rest. Taylor, Mather, Swan, who's come on for Dolby, Gale, who's coming back from injury, give him a little bit of game time, Scanlon round his man, Scanlon into the area, Scanlon's come on for Lewis, and Scanlon is dispossessed. And they're running away with this. They're going to get a consolation goal. They're not going to draw with us at 7-7, I don't think. keeping them at bay for the moment. One over the top, cut out by Taylor. Scanlon picks it up. Gale, Morley, Swan heads it. I think he was heading it out for Mather, but Mather couldn't get on the end of it. And they try and build an attack again as we enter the 90th minute in this game. Looking for a way through. They're through. Knight is in. And they have got a consolation goal. And it's in on the 90th minute. And Ben Knight runs back with the ball. I think he was hopeful that he might... and I'm not sure this is the highlight. It's got nothing to do with it, I don't think. No, it looks like a rogue highlight again. They obviously haven't fixed that in the last update. As we enter added time at the end of this game, 3 minutes added on. It's all over. And that goal from Cambridge United was but a consolation goal and a resounding 7-1 win. 53% of the possession. I think we had 49 at half time. 14 shots, 8 on target. We had 6, so we only had 2 more on target in the second half. We did score from one of them, though. 2.42 on the XG. They had 12 shots, 5 on target, 1.12. I think that's pulled us up the table a little bit and improved our goal difference. Well, that 7-1 win does set the tone of the day. Sam Dolby with 4 goals in that match, following on from his hat-trick in the last match. And, well, Huddersfield have gone back top of the table. They have beaten Stevenage by 1-0. Preston are in second place. If we can find Preston, I'm assuming... we'll just have a quick look down here. Preston beat Burton Albion by 3-2. Doncaster remain in third place. They beat Swindon Town by 5-1. Watford are in fourth. Well, Watford down here, they drew 2-2 with Chesterfield, who are just below them. And then Burton Albion, they are in sixth place. As it stands, and today, if I can find their result, I will show it to you. There we go. They lost 3-2 to Preston. We should have known that already. So that's the teams at the top. We have played 25 games, which means we have 2 games in hand over all these teams at the top of the table here. Let's have a better look at it, which means that we 6 points onto them, take us up to 45, which means that if we were to win both those games in hand, currently we would be in 4th place. And cementing ourselves in a playoff spot. As it is, we are just literally 3 points outside of those playoff places at the top of the table there. A goal difference of plus 16, which is alongside, it wouldn't go amiss in 4th place, to be honest. Huddersfield have 23. Preston and Doncaster have a plus 16, and we've got plus 16 now as well. So that would look fine and dandy in 4th place at the top of the table. Bearing in mind that when we joined Bolton, what am I on about Preston? Bolton, we were down here somewhere and struggling, and there was a bit of a gap between us and the teams just outside of the relegation zone. It looks completely different now, if I say so myself. Right, it is literally 3 days down to the game against Barnsley. It's a New Year's Day game, and also, of course, the transfer window opens. And so you come back and join me on match day. Not a lot's happened. I can tell you that the transfer window has now opened. No activity as yet. We are looking at a new goalkeeper because with the injury to Brad Collins, it's become apparent that we are short in that department, quality in that department. If we get an injury, we are in a little bit of trouble, and we're sort of like praying to the gods that Broom will do okay. So we are looking at a goalkeeper. More about that as that progresses, if that progresses, should I say. But let's move on to today's game. It's a game against Barnsley, and we've played them 5 times. Well, we haven't, but Bolton have played them 5 times in the save, and the recent 4 times they've not managed to win. Last time was a win back in August 25, 2-1 win on that occasion, when we beat them. Since then, we've only managed a 1-1 draw at the Tough Sheet Stadium in January 26, and then in August 26, the new season, last season as it was a 2-1 loss at Oakwell. Dolby the score on that occasion, but it was a consolation on 90 minutes, and they beat us 1-0 at the Tough Sheet last season. And then earlier this season, it was a 1-1 draw at the Tough Sheet. Qualakali scored for Barnsley. Cisse scoring for us. I don't think we were around at the time, but let's hope to continue our recent good form into today's game. We are at Oakwell for the New Year's Day match against Barnsley. And this is the side that we are hoping will continue our recent good form. The team looking like this. It's a Broom in goal. Taylor and Lockyer as our defensive duo. They continue their double act so far. Scanlon comes in on the left. Lewis has moved forwards to the left attacking role. More about that in a moment. Let's get it into the right perspective. Erhon is back in place of Simons in as the defensive midfielder. Dacry Cogley, who had a good game last time out, let's hope he can have another one today, is on the right. Walsh plays as the central midfielder. As I said, Lewis is the left side of attack. McAtee on the right side of attack, and that's where a lot of the impetus was last time. Mather continues in the number 10 slot behind Dalby, who's in a rich vein of form, but he has got a flat back 3, I think, to compete against today. And the bench then looks like this. It's Hutchinson, Johnson, Warner, Simons, Morley, Gale, who's on his way back from injury, of course, played last time, appears to be reasonably okay this time, and Swan. And here we are at Oakwell. They are playing a flat back 3. They're playing almost a 3-4-2-1. Albeit it says 5-2-2-1 here. We're playing our usual formation. And we are in 8th. They are in 9th, right behind us as it happens. They are on 39 points. Made 3 changes from the side that drew with Stockport 0-0 away from home. They're playing red tops, white shorts. And they get us underway. Rain falling on New Year's Day. At least it's not snow, I suppose. Look on bright side. Early doors. They have a corner. Connell with the corner. This one swung in. Oh, and they've scored. Jonathan Russell, the scorer. And we haven't done that for a while. Gone behind. That's his 4th goal in 25 matches. But Connell getting this one in. And he rises up. Just got a flick on it. And Broom is on the floor for some reason. Connell. Russell's in. And Lockyer keeping up with him. Keeps it at bay. Taylor heads it on. Dalby heads it, but not picking it up. And they're still alive. Crossing this ball in. Russell with a head, but Cogley's there. Oh, shot. And that's gone wide. Broom from the ensuing goal kick. Highlight is going to continue. Taylor. Taylor goes out wide to Lockyer. Lockyer. That's a flick on by Walsh. McAtee. McAtee ran his man. McAtee inside. Didn't get it through to anybody, and they've headed it on. But Taylor is there. Last man in defence. Tidying up. Broom. Taylor. Scanlon. Scanlon. Inside to Walsh. Scanlon. Scanlon to Walsh. Walsh to Dolby. And a shot from the edge of the area, but whistles over the crossbar. And we're finding it hard, as usual, against the back 5, flat back 3. Cogley, McAtee round his man. McAtee's into the area. Didn't get that cross away. A shot in, and it's in the back of the net. And Josh Earl runs into it and knocks it in the back of his own net. I think we were unlucky it didn't go in the first place. I'm not sure whose shot it was. I think it was Walsh's, wasn't it? Or was it... no, it was Cogley. Cogley's in here. And it's sort of come back from somewhere or other. And Earl runs onto it and into the back of the net. We're level on 16 minutes. Connell with another corner. We know what happened last time. Headed away this time by Taylor. Decisive header away, to be fair. But danger still ensues. A song. And it was offside, so it didn't count, I realised. Dear. I wonder why we didn't get the rerun, the replay. Scanlon into the area, and Reggie Walsh puts it away. We take the lead on 25 minutes. Thought we missed a chance there. He's second in 24 games, Reggie Walsh. Coming back into the side today. Gave him a rest last time out. Scanlon into the area, pulls it back, and the defender plays it into the path of Walsh with McAtee in close proximity. Scanlon with the throw in on this near side to Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis into the area, pulls it back. Dolby shot, and it's a corner. Frangia with a throw in into the last 5 minutes of this first half. And we've had to ride our luck a little bit so far. We've had the ball in the back of the net twice. One of them was offside. This one punted in. It's gone over the top. Two minutes added on at the end of this first half. And half-time has arrived. We have our noses in front. I'm not quite sure how we did it. Only by the fact that we're better on the XG. We've had 9 shots, 6 on target. They've had 11 shots, 3 on target. We've had only 36% of the possession, as you'll see. Very small amount of that first half. Their back line is obviously doing its job to some fashion and causing us a little bit of problem. So we need to watch out in the second half. But the good news is Reggie Walsh is playing reasonably well. And we get the second half underway. No changes at half-time that I'm aware of. Cogley comes forward. Highlight's going to continue. Cogley into the area, but it was given away, and they've got a counter-attack on. No, I haven't. Erhon, Dolby, Lewis. We've put 2 up front. Mather has gone alongside Dolby for now. Might bring Swan on as the game wears on, depending on how we do. And cut out by Erhon, but... nobody, Dolby wasn't going to get on the end of that. And having moved Mather up front, he wasn't there. Oh, pulled it back. Good save by Broom. I thought that was going to nestle itself in the bottom corner. We do get a highlight beyond that, though, which is a bit of a worry. Early in this second half, it's headed away, but only as far as Ghent. And it's over the top. Highlight is going to continue. Oh dear. Broom to Taylor. Taylor finds Erhon. Back to Lockyer. Lockyer chips one out wide. McAtee is there. Didn't think he was going to get on the end of it. He has been brought down, and hopefully that's not a bad injury. Is Earl going to get sent off here? Yes, he is. And they are down to 10. Thackeray Cogley with a throw-in. No lasting... problems. Oh no, it's an open net and a mistake at the back. And Farangia says thank you very much. What a mistake. This one over the top. It was Cogley, I think. Why he put it there, I really don't know. And there's an open net and Farangia just had to roll it into the back of the net. What a mistake. That Cogley with a throw in to Taylor. Lewis, Gale, Walsh, Lewis, Dolby, Walsh, Cogley. Cogley finds Swan. Cogley again. Ethan, very patient build up. And the ball into the area. Nothing came right. Walsh, not far away. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this game. And it's looking awfully like a draw. And we still haven't beaten them. 6 minutes added on. Osong. I'm saying it awfully, and I've spoken too early here, haven't I? Cut out by Dolby. Swan, we're going on a counter-attack now. Gale, can we get in here? We need some support. Gale goes round his man into the area, pulls it back. Jamal Lewis, Simons. Oh, just wide of the post. As the clock runs down, it's going to be a draw. Better than a loss. And New Year started off a bit of a raucous. I mean, we dominated that second half. 46% of the possession. 22 shots, 11 on target. We tried everything, and I think the goalkeeper obviously kept us out. 2.67, 54% of the possession, 15 shots, 5 on target, 0.71, a 2-2 draw on New Year's Day. And, two things. We definitely need that goalkeeper, and the other thing is we need a right back as well. Well, with that annoying 2-2 draw on the opening day of the year, let's hope it doesn't continue like that. That has put us back a little bit. We still have a couple of games in hand over most of the teams in front of us, though, which is still a positive, and we could still end up in around about 6th place, I reckon. 4th place, sorry, if we were to win those 2 games in hand, but we can put that down to a couple of points dropped. Other teams at the top of the table that have played today: Huddersfield beating Leyton Orient by 3-0. Preston beating Chesterfield by 2-1. Doncaster, they drew 1-1 with arch rivals Wigan, and Watford, they were 1-0 winners over Mansfield. The only other team, of course, is Burton Albion. Burton Albion, they were 2-1 winners over Milton Keynes Dons. That is how the end of the episode finishes then. Huddersfield and Preston in the automatic promotion places. In fact, there's a 9-point gap between Preston and Doncaster, so them two are really running away with it at the moment. Doncaster, Watford, Burton Albion and Chesterfield in the playoff places. 47 to 43 points, and then just outside Wickham on 42, and then come Reading and Colchester on 41, and then a little cluster of teams including ourselves and Barnsley, 40 points. We are top of that pile by goal difference as it stands. And then down on the other end of the table, Crewe, Blackpool, Stevenage and Swindon are at the moment in that drop zone, and there's a 3-point gap between Crewe and Leyton Orient, who are just standing just outside. That's pretty much brought you up to date. It is transfer window time, so we'll come back with any transfer news at the start of the next episode. We are going to play Swansea offline, and then we're going to come back for Colchester in the FA Cup 3rd round. Can we progress to the 4th round? Let's hope so. We did play them, I think, earlier. Colchester beaten 4-1 in the league. That was our place, and it is also our place. So there we go. And then we will be playing Burton Albion, who's taking up the last of the playoff spots as it stands at the moment. I have a feeling Swansea is one of our games in hand, so we do need to go and win that as well. I will come back with all that news for you at the start of the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode, though. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released. And new episodes of To Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 47. It's out on Monday. And if you're not watching my other series, question has got to arise. Why not? The Rothhusen Redemption. It's managing Hamburg in the Bundesliga. Not having a good time of it at the minute. We need to sort that one out as well. If you are watching that, have yourselves a great weekend. And I'll see you on Monday. Till then, goodbye.